If you've started waking up with tingling in your hands, or you've noticed your legs feel weaker, stiffer, or even slightly shaky when you stand or walk, it's easy to think it's just part of getting older. But the truth is, these are often quiet signals from your body, warnings that something deeper is changing beneath the surface. That change is collagen loss. Collagen isn't just about skin and beauty. It's the protein that holds your joints together, cushions your cartilage, and keeps your muscles, tendons, and ligaments working in harmony. By the time we reach our 60s, our collagen levels can drop dramatically, and most people don't realize how much that affects their daily movement, balance, and even the sensations in their fingers and toes. The slow loss of collagen can turn simple tasks like climbing stairs, holding a coffee mug, or taking a brisk walk into discomforts we never used to think twice about. And while many are quick to reach for medications, creams, or expensive supplements, there's a better, simpler, and much more natural path to support your body's healing: food. More specifically, whole fruits that are packed with the exact compounds your body needs to kickstart its own collagen production again. What's often overlooked is that nature already gave us a toolkit. Certain fruits, humble as they may seem, contain an incredible variety of nutrients that help not only create new collagen, but also protect what your body still has. They don't come with side effects or synthetic fillers, and they've been backed by modern science to show real improvements in joint health, flexibility, and tissue repair. These aren't rare superfoods from the other side of the world. They're accessible, affordable, and surprisingly powerful when eaten regularly. If you're over 60 and you want to feel steadier on your feet, wake up with fewer aches, or simply move with more confidence, these fruits can be a turning point. And here's something important: you don't need a full fridge makeover or a complicated diet plan. Just adding one or two of these healing fruits to your routine could be enough to notice a difference in how your body feels day to day. If you're someone who believes aging should be active, not painful, and that you deserve to feel strong in your body no matter your age, then make sure you stay with us. And before we go any further, take a second to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. This channel is built around bringing you practical, science-based tips to stay mobile, pain-free, and energized through every chapter of life. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. What's your go-to fruit right now, and how are you feeling these days? We read every comment and respond because this is more than a channel. It's a community of people committed to living well, aging strong, and staying informed. Let's begin with one of the most underestimated fruits in the world when it comes to collagen renewal: amla, also known as Indian gooseberry. Small, round, and tart beyond belief, amla has been used in traditional Indian medicine for thousands of years. But what makes it so extraordinary is its unmatched concentration of natural vitamin C. And we're not just talking about quantity. This is one of the most stable bioavailable forms of vitamin C found in nature, meaning your body can actually absorb it and use it where it counts. Vitamin C is the cornerstone of collagen production. Without it, your body literally can't build new collagen fibers. But that's not all. Amla is also packed with polyphenols, plant compounds that protect the collagen you already have, acting like a shield against breakdown from inflammation and daily wear and tear. In a landmark clinical study, older adults who consumed amla daily saw a 42% reduction in knee pain and a 24% increase in collagen density, verified through real skin biopsies. That's not just symptom relief, it's physical healing, visible under the microscope. People who use amla regularly often report surprising improvements: less stiffness in the knees, greater mobility in the legs, and even reduced numbness in the hands. And these benefits don't take months to appear. Some report relief in just days. You don't need to take it in pill form. In fact, the powdered version mixed into a warm glass of water with honey and lemon is one of the most effective ways to enjoy it. You can also blend it into a smoothie or sip the juice if you find a good unsweetened version. The raw fruit is powerful too, though very sour, so soaking it overnight in salted water can make it easier to enjoy. However you take it, The most important thing is consistency. AMLA isn't a quick fix. It's a steady, natural support system for your joints, your circulation, and your overall energy. For those who've started to feel a little slower, a little stiffer, or a little more limited than they used to, this fruit might just be the most important thing missing from your routine. And it all starts with a habit as simple as adding a spoonful to your morning. There's something truly special about finding healing power in the everyday, something you can hold in your hand, taste with joy, and feel working inside your body over time. And that brings us to a fruit many people overlook. It's not rare or exotic, and it certainly doesn't come with a fancy label. Yet for anyone dealing with aching knees, swelling after a walk, or that nagging sense that your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to, this little red fruit might hold more strength than you'd ever expect. Strawberries, yes, the same ones you may have enjoyed as a child in a bowl with a little cream, are one of the most effective fruits for protecting and enhancing collagen production, especially after 6. They're sweet, accessible, and packed with a cocktail of nutrients that your aging joints and tissues crave. Rich in vitamin C, ellagic acid, and flavonoids, strawberries do something extraordinary. They don't just help you make more collagen, they help preserve the collagen you still have. That's especially important as we age, because even if your body is still producing some collagen, it's breaking it down faster than it can rebuild, unless you give it support. What makes strawberries unique is their ability to intercept the inflammation that triggers collagen loss before the damage gets too far. In a clinical study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, older adults with knee osteoarthritis who ate strawberries daily saw a 37% decrease in pain and inflammation, without changing anything else in their routines. That's the kind of result that turns a fruit into a therapy. And what's so beautiful about it is how simple it is to begin. 1 cup of fresh strawberries, preferably organic to avoid unnecessary pesticides, can start making a difference. You can enjoy them in the morning, when your metabolism and blood flow are most active. That's when your body is most ready to absorb nutrients and shift into healing mode. Blend them into a smoothie, eat them with a handful of nuts, or even just enjoy them whole, green tops and all. Yes, the tops. They contain additional antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that support circulation and tissue recovery. Many people throw them away, but those little leaves carry more benefit than they're given credit for. What you'll want to avoid, though, are processed versions, jam, canned fruit, sweetened yogurts. These forms often come loaded with sugar, which actually destroys collagen and increases inflammation. That's the opposite of what your body needs. Real strawberries in their whole raw form are what deliver results, and when eaten consistently, many older adults notice not only less stiffness in the knees, but a lightness in the legs that hasn't been there in years. It's subtle at first, a smoother walk across the living room, less soreness when bending down, less swelling in the evening, but over time it adds up. 1 small bowl a day may not feel like much, but the science behind that habit is incredibly strong. For those who prefer food as medicine, this fruit is a perfect example of healing that doesn't come in a bottle or a prescription. It comes from a garden, a market, or a plate. There's something deeply empowering in that truth. And here's something to consider as you go through this journey. The body wants to heal. No matter your age, no matter how long you've been dealing with stiffness or discomfort, the systems inside you are always working to repair and rebuild. Sometimes, they just need the right fuel. That's what strawberries deliver. Not just sweetness, but strength. They give your tissues the tools they need to recover from years of wear and tear. So if your knees creak, your hips ache, or your hands feel like they've lost some of their grip, this is one fruit to take seriously. It's not just a summer treat. It's a tool for resilience. Now would also be a great moment to pause and think. If this kind of natural healing speaks to you, if you believe that food should be part of the solution, not an afterthought, be sure to tap that subscribe button if you haven't already. Everyday Ageless is here to remind you that your body is not broken. It's capable, it's responsive, and with the right support, it can feel strong again. And we'd love to know, have you tried adding strawberries to your routine? Have you noticed any changes? Let us know in the comments below. You never know who your story might inspire. We read everyone, and your insights help shape the kind of content we continue to bring you. There's something deeply satisfying about knowing that your body can respond to the right support, especially when that support is delicious, natural, and easy to work into your daily life. And if strawberries offer sweetness with strength, this next fruit brings something even more impressive to the table: regeneration. For decades, researchers have looked into the effects of various berries on aging, but there's one in particular that consistently stands out for its ability to reduce joint inflammation, improve movement, and directly support collagen production where it matters most: your knees, hips, spine, and hands. That fruit is the blueberry. It's easy to take this fruit for granted. It's small, it's familiar, and it doesn't call much attention to itself. But inside those deep blue skins is a rich concentration of anthocyanins, powerful plant compounds that actively block the enzymes responsible for breaking down collagen. That's right. While some nutrients help build collagen, others protect it, and anthocyanins do both. They not only prevent further damage, they encourage the repair process your body is constantly trying to complete, especially overnight when tissues are rebuilding. In one study published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, older adults who consumed a daily serving of blueberries experienced a 38% improvement in joint mobility and a marked decrease in lower body swelling after just 2 weeks. Think about that. 2 weeks. No medications, no side effects, just the consistent intake of one of the most antioxidant-rich fruits on the planet. The reason blueberries are so effective is that they also improve circulation, especially in the lower extremities. As we age, blood flow naturally slows, particularly in the legs and feet. That's often why people experience cold toes, swelling ankles, or aching calves at the end of the day. But the flavonoids and vitamin C in blueberries help dilate blood vessels and increase oxygen delivery to the tissues that need them most. Better circulation means more nutrients reach your joints, and more toxins and waste products are carried away. It's a vital process for healing, and one that this little fruit supports beautifully. To get the full benefit, fresh or frozen wild blueberries are ideal. Wild varieties contain nearly twice the antioxidant capacity of regular ones, and they're often smaller, which means more skin per bite and more healing compounds. You can add them to oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, stir them into plain yogurt, or enjoy them by the handful as a midday snack. Just steer clear of heavily processed forms like blueberry muffins or sugary yogurts, which often contain more sugar than fruit. That kind of sugar not only cancels out the benefits, it actively contributes to collagen breakdown through a process called glycation. What you want is the whole vibrant berry blue skin, juicy center and all. And here's something else to keep in mind. Many people notice that when they add blueberries to their routine, it's not just the pain that changes, it's the quality of their movement. Knees feel smoother, walking feels more fluid, and those moments of wincing when standing or sitting start to fade. It's not magic, it's biology responding to the right inputs. This fruit works silently, day by day, rebuilding the tiny tears in connective tissue that accumulate over time. It may be small, but its effect is deep, steady, and undeniable. There's a quiet power in that. And for anyone who's felt like their body is slowing down faster than it should, this is the kind of daily habit that can help restore that sense of momentum, of capability, of lightness. If you've made it this far into the video, it's clear you're not just casually interested in health. You're someone who values real answers, natural tools, and honest solutions. That's exactly what we're here for. So if you haven't yet, take a second to subscribe. This channel is your space for grounded, science-backed wellness, tailored to where you are in life, not where you were at 25. And we'd love to hear from you. Have blueberries helped you? Do you prefer the wild ones? Are you starting to notice changes in your knees, hips, or feet? Drop a comment below and join the conversation. When we share our experiences, we help each other grow stronger. Of all the fruits we've explored so far, each one plays a critical role. One protects, another repairs, another improves circulation, but there's one more that deserves to be at the very top of the list: Not because it's rare, or trendy, or comes from a far-off land, but because it combines nearly every quality your body needs to rebuild and protect its collagen. It's rich in antioxidants, bursting with vitamin C, packed with enzymes that aid tissue repair, and filled with compounds that directly support joint health. This fruit doesn't just assist your body, it creates the perfect environment for healing from the inside out. That fruit is papaya. Often overlooked, sometimes even misunderstood, papaya might just be one of the most powerful natural tools for aging adults who want to move more freely, wake up with less pain, and feel strong in their legs, knees, and hands again. At first glance, papaya seems unassuming, a soft orange-fleshed fruit with a sweet scent and tropical taste. But under the surface, it carries one of the rarest enzyme combinations in any fruit, papain. This enzyme is critical because it helps break down proteins into amino acids, exactly what your body uses as raw material to make collagen. In other words, papaya doesn't just provide the nutrients you need, it makes sure your body can use those nutrients efficiently. Combine that with its high vitamin C content, more than even oranges, and you've got a fruit that feeds, protects, and accelerates collagen production. But the benefits don't stop at tissue repair. Papaya is also deeply anti-inflammatory. It calms the swollen, irritated joints that make walking difficult, and it softens stiff tendons that resist bending and movement. That inflammation, often hidden deep in the joints and ligaments, is what slowly eats away at flexibility over time, and papaya helps shut that down. Clinical research backs this up. In a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, older adults with knee stiffness who incorporated papaya into their diet experienced a noticeable improvement in mobility and a significant decrease in pain within just 2 weeks. And for many of them, that meant more than just relief. It meant regaining independence, being able to move without wincing, standing up from a chair without bracing themselves, holding a loved one's hand without that dull ache. These are the quiet victories that transform lives, and they start with small choices. One slice of fruit, consistently eaten, can open the door to healing. The best way to enjoy papaya is ripe, when the skin is yellow and the inside is soft and sweet. That's when the enzymes are most active and the nutrients most available. You can eat it plain, with a squeeze of lime to boost the flavor and the vitamin C. You can add it to smoothies, pair it with a handful of seeds for fiber, or even enjoy it after a walk, when your body is primed to absorb nutrients. Some people also consume the seeds, which have their own anti-inflammatory properties, though they do have a peppery taste, and should be eaten in small amounts. The key is regularity. It's not about how much you eat in one sitting, it's about how consistently you provide your body with the tools it needs to repair, protect, and grow strong again. And perhaps the most beautiful part of papaya is that it feels like self-care. It's not a chore, not a prescription, not another pill to swallow. It's something you look forward to. Cool, sweet, easy to prepare, and nourishing to the very cells that help you move, stretch, and live freely. It's a daily ritual of healing. And if you've been struggling with joint stiffness, or if you've noticed your legs aren't as steady as they used to be, this might be the fruit that makes the difference. You don't need to wait for it to get worse. You can start supporting your body now, with something as simple and natural as papaya. If you're still watching, that means you care deeply about your health. You believe in being proactive, in using what nature gives us, and in making thoughtful choices that keep you active and independent. So if this message resonates with you, don't just keep it to yourself, share it. Tap that subscribe button if you haven't already, and join a growing community of people who know that aging doesn't have to mean decline, it can mean empowerment. And let us know in the comments, have you tried papaya? Do you enjoy it ripe in a smoothie or right off the spoon? What changes have you noticed in your mobility, your strength, or your energy levels? We're reading every comment, and your story could help someone else start their journey to recovery. When you think about everything your body has done for you over the years, the miles it's walked, the weight it's carried, the hands it's held, the work it's accomplished, it's easy to forget that it's still working for you every single day, even now in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Your body is still healing, still adapting, still doing its best to support you in every movement. But just like any structure, it needs maintenance, it needs fuel, and more than anything, it needs care. That's what collagen does. It holds you together. It's the scaffolding beneath your skin, the glue in your joints, the reason your legs can lift and your hands can grip. Without it, everything feels harder. But with the right support, with just a few thoughtful additions to your daily routine, everything can feel just a little bit easier again. We've talked today about 4 powerful fruits, 4 simple foods that don't come in shiny bottles or cost a fortune. Amla, for rebuilding what's been lost. Strawberries, for protecting what remains. Blueberries, for restoring blood flow and supporting tissue repair. And papaya, for breaking through inflammation and rebuilding strength from the ground up. Each one plays a role, each one has the science to back it, and each one, when eaten consistently, has helped real people feel real relief in their knees, their hips, their hands, and their everyday lives. This isn't a fad. This isn't theory. These are nature's answers to one of aging's biggest challenges, and they're right there in front of us, at the market, in the produce aisle, or maybe even in your own kitchen right now. If you take nothing else from this conversation, take this. Your body is not giving up on you. It is still willing to heal. You just need to meet it halfway. Starting tomorrow, try adding just one of these fruits to your morning. Maybe it's a few slices of papaya with breakfast. Maybe a small bowl of strawberries with your tea. Maybe a teaspoon of amla powder stirred into warm water. You don't have to do it all at once. What matters is that you start, because every healing journey begins with a single habit. And when you choose foods that support your biology instead of fight against it, your body responds, sometimes faster than you'd expect. And remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. Healing doesn't come in a flash. It builds quietly, meal by meal, day by day. One week, your knees don't feel as swollen. Another week, your balance feels stronger. A month from now, you might realize you haven't winced while getting up in days. That's how real change happens. Not overnight, but with daily care. And that's exactly what Everyday Ageless is here to support you with. So if this video helped you feel more informed, more hopeful, or just more connected to what's possible for your health, take a second to click that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you never miss a new video. This channel is about more than advice, it's about action. It's about helping you live better, feel stronger, and age with intention. And before you go, we'd truly love to hear from you. Which of these fruits are you most excited to try? Have you already used any of them and seen changes in your mobility or comfort? Share your story in the comments below. You never know who you might encourage, who you might inspire to take that first step toward feeling better. We're building a community here, one based on truth, support, and science-backed wellness that honors every stage of life. Thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for choosing to care for yourself. And most of all, thank you for believing that your best years can still be full of strength, movement, and joy. We'll see you in the next video.